Hi, and welcome to The Gist. At the beginning of each year, many of us look back at what we've accomplished in the last one, or look ahead at what we could achieve in the coming 12 months. Taking stock is a useful exercise because it forces us to pause and evaluate what we define as success and failure. In an increasingly performative world, it's easy to equate external accolades and trendy experiences with the perfect life. So it's ever more important to think critically about the true measures of success. There are no easy or right answers to something so personal, but here are some questions we can ask ourselves. Fundamentally, we can ask if success is what we live for. Is it the ultimate goal of life? What does it measure exactly, and how is it in any way objective? Even if there were objective standards, should we all abide by them, try to achieve them? And does the absence of measurable success imply failure or that we've lived less full lives? It's also helpful to consider where impact fits into all of this. Must we have had an impact on the world, changed lives, made discoveries, influenced the course of history to have led a successful and meaningful life? Do we need titles and degrees and possessions? Do we need fame to be seen and heard and recognized by strangers to feel important? Or is success the snake oil we have been unwittingly buying all our lives? The gateway drug, if you will, that seems so harmless the first time we tried it, only to get hooked and trapped in a lifetime of chasing something we might never catch. As we grapple with such questions, we often answer them by looking to others, especially those that, by all outside appearances, have it all figured out. But when we do so, we are, in a sense, engaging in a form of magical thinking. The belief that just by doing certain things, we can influence the course of the future, achieve our dreams, fulfill our desires. But we all know that the direction life takes is much more complicated. Simply doing all the so-called right things doesn't necessarily lead to success. Many factors, including luck, shape the course of our lives. And even if we do get to our desired destination, it doesn't always give us the happiness or validation we were so eagerly seeking. In the natural world, other species don't seem to have notions of success and failure, except perhaps in biological terms, where success means passing on their genes to the next generation. But as humans, most of us, at least most of the time, don't see things in such simplistic and naturalistic terms. We have far bigger and broader expectations of achievement, and our choices in our race towards success can be easily influenced by familial, cultural, and societal standards. When we don't stop to question external definitions of success, we miss an important opportunity to think critically about the world, to ask ourselves whether we have good reasons to believe what we're being told, whether to accept received wisdom without a second thought. As it happens, I was recently mulling over some of these questions myself while making dinner one evening, and I stumbled upon the story of Yorios Hatziparascos while looking for a phyllo pastry recipe. Now in his late 80s, he's one of the last master bakers in Greece who is still painstakingly making phyllo by hand. Despite his business being undercut by big companies, Yorios, along with his wife and son, have kept their family business alive. Every day, they welcome tourists who see the long hours and hard work that goes into this endeavor, and always walk away with some pastries. That's what keeps Yorios motivated to keep going year after year. By most modern measures, Yorios might not be seen as successful. He's not highly educated or wealthy or well-known, though that may change based on all the views of his incredible phyllo pastry making video. But he's doing what he loves, with people he loves. He's talented at his craft, he's still making a living, and is luckily healthy enough to enjoy life. And perhaps that is as good a definition of success as any. I encourage you to watch his incredible video. I certainly learned something about life from it, and probably a thing or two about pastry. So, as we welcome a new year, we can ponder how we define words like success and failure, and if they're helpful at all, and see if we can be content experiencing life as it is, and finding the opportunity to learn from everything it has to teach us. On that note, wishing you a great week ahead, be well, and see you next time on The Gist.